Hey, what's up, guys? Joe Madden here. It's time to jump into some Sunday football free picks over here on Picks and Parlays. We're going to circle the game here between the Green Bay Packers and the New York Giants. Now, this line did open as the Green Bay Packers, a 7-point favorite. One book, I'm seeing a 7.5 on Pinnacle, and then that total, 45.5. Has dropped, and has it dropped too low? Well, it's going to be a question mark on if you trust the New York Giants and the Green Bay Packers to put up the points, or if this is going to be a low scoring game. We know the Packers, what they've got 6 games this season of 26 or more points, and then they've had 2 terrible games in which their offense hasn't been able to get anything done. The New York Giants looks like they will be starting Jameis Winston here, bypassing Russell Wilson as that second quarterback spot after Jackson Dart took the concussion in the last game. So Russ is out of the second spot. He will back up Jameis Winston in this game. We'll see what Jameis brings to the field, but that total was once 45.5. Now we're seeing 43s, 42.5. So depending on if you like the over or under, make sure you do shop those lines, and you can shop them over at Odds Logic. There will be a referral code below this video for a 7-day free trial. But you guys, let's jump into breaking this game down. I got a side for you guys that I'm liking in this one, and a couple of player props that you want to circle. But before I do, I want to remind you guys of everything happening over on picksandparlays.net. That Weekend Warrior package will get you the handicapper of your choices. NFL, college football picks for Saturday and Sunday for one low cost of $49. That's all of the picks they release. It doesn't matter if it's a 5%, 4% play. You will get each and every single one of those. And don't wait till Saturday to sign up for this. As soon as you sign up, you will get email notifications once your handicapper does drop those plays, so that you get the best of the numbers and there is no worry about those lines moving. Now, as an extra bonus, they're going to throw in those Monday plays at no extra cost. Now, if you're looking for more than just football, don't forget about the rest of 2025. You're going to be able to get that for just $8.30 a day from your handicapper of choice. So that's your long-term package, you guys. Just $8.30 a day is going to get you every single play in every single sport from the handicapper of your choosing. Lots of great handicappers over on Picks and Parlays, you guys. So don't delay. Head on over to Picks and Parlays today. You see what I did? I kind of rhymed there. Okay, guys, let's get back into breaking down this game. The Green Bay Packers versus the New York Giants. So that spread sitting at 7. The Green Bay Packers need to come out and get the win in this. They've lost their last 2 games, and they've been struggling offensively. Their defense has still been showing up, and that's what I love to see out of this team. That defense has been there, even though their offense has had those struggles and cost them the last 2 games. Versus the Philadelphia Eagles, I couldn't believe what I was seeing out of Jordan Love. After having a low spot versus the Carolina Panthers, I did expect Green Bay to play a more competitive game with the Eagles on Monday Night Football. I didn't expect Jordan Love to come out and look so bad, and he's probably coming off the worst game of the season there versus the Philadelphia Eagles. And I know it was a hard pill to swallow, that loss to the Carolina Panthers, but that was a flat spot after coming in off beating Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. I did think Carolina was kind of live in that one, not live to win it, at least live enough to cover the spread. We know they came out and got the straight up win. Looking at this one, with the Packers sitting 5-3, that urgency will be there. It all depends on what we're going to see out of Jordan Love. So if you believe in Jordan Love to have that bounce back game, to be able to put up over 200 passing yards on the New York Giants, I do think this is one you have to look at laying the points with the Green Bay Packers. I do think this offense has what it takes to bounce back. Now, we know Tucker Kraft out of the line, loss here for the Green Bay Packers, but I still think there's so many weapons that the Green Bay Packers can get that ball. Now, Romeo Doubs and Matthew Golden still questionable if they will be in the lineup for Sunday. There's a couple other players that are questionable to return as well. But I do think there's still those weapons out there. And I think the best weapon is Josh Jacobs. You look at Josh Jacobs, and in that last game versus the Eagles, he was still able to feast on the ground. And that's what I'm looking for in this one. I'm looking for a huge game out of Josh Jacobs against a New York Giants team that's really struggled against the run. One of the worst defenses against the run in the league. Last week, when they faced the Chicago Bears, they allowed 171 rushing yards. Caleb Williams put up a chunk of those yards. He was strong at being able to get those yards when he had to scramble out there. The Giants also allowed those conversions in the red zone, allowing the Bears to convert 3 of 4 red zone opportunities. And I do think in this one, you're going to see Josh Jacobs be able to convert once they get down there. The problem is with Josh Jacobs for that anytime touchdown, you guys, he's minus 250. You can't bet a player at minus 250. And I just don't even like the value that we're getting on 2+ rushing touchdowns because it's just slight plus minus. I would prefer to take Josh Jacobs for that huge day. I think we can fire him all the way up to 100+ rushing yards. So go in on his regular number for the over and then fire him up to 100+ rushing yards. I do think this is a game in which you have to look here at the offense to turn itself back around here for the Green Bay Packers. The New York Giants defense is giving up 383 yards per game, 4th worst in the NFL. They're going to struggle here as long as Jordan Love and this offense wakes up. And then on the defensive side here for the Green Bay Packers, we know the Packers defense did their job. What they were able to do, shutting down Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley, was fantastic on Monday Night Football. It was their offense that let them down. We also saw their offense let them down in that loss to the Carolina Panthers. And this is an offense, you guys, 27+ points 6 times this season. And in those last 2 games, held to what? 13 and 7, 20 points in 2 games. Just not like this team out here. And you look at the delay before they're able to put up points. They were held scoreless until the 5:49 mark in the 4th quarter on Monday Night Football. And versus the Carolina Panthers in week 9, this offense again didn't find the end zone till the closing minutes. So absolute struggles out there. You look at Jordan Love in that last game, he was sacked 3 times, 36 pass attempts. I'm looking for those pass attempts to still come, even though I think Josh Jacobs is going to feast on the ground. I think we're going to see some deep passes as well. So you guys, we got to work out what's wrong with the Green Bay Packers offense. And I think after this week, we stop questioning it. I do think Jordan Love comes out nice and strong. I think it's going to be a solid run game, though. I would look at Josh Jacobs. I'd fire up his numbers. I also think his rushing and receiving number is going to come in pretty fair. And that is another way I would look at it too, expecting those short passes off from Jordan Love. When I look here at the Giants, unless you buy into a team having that big comeback win after the firing of their coach, we know Brian Daboll was fired out there. I can't buy into this team. I think there's too many inconsistencies, too many injuries for them as well. Jackson Dart was saving them in games, and I just don't see Jameis Winston being able to be the hero out here for the New York Giants. So give me the Green Bay Packers. I will lay the 7 points. I won't be shocked if they win this by double digits. I also won't be shocked if this team is able to put up the points, put 30 points on the board, and then really limit the New York Giants to maybe 10. I think this is a 30-40 game out there, you guys. So looking at that total in this one of 42.5 now, I think we stay under it. You guys, all the best in all your bets. Thanks so much for joining me here on Picks and Parlays to talk out this Sunday game out there on the football field. I appreciate each and every single one of you. Let me know what you're liking out there for this game. If you're going to be rolling with the Green Bay Packers, laying the 7 with me, or if you have more faith in the New York Giants to come out after the firing of Brian Daboll and get the win. If you like them straight up on the money line, you guys, please let me know because bragging rights are always on the line. The New York Giants on the money line are currently sitting at plus 280 at Caesars. If you're willing to take that risk, if you think the Packers come out just as flat offensively and the defense has issues with Jameis Winston and co., please let me know. I just can't see it happening, you guys. I think the sacks are coming. I think Micah Parsons is going to be all over Winston in this. 2+ sacks for Micah. Sign me up. You guys, all the best in all of your bets. Stay tuned always here. Turn on those notification bells so you know when the videos drop. We'll be back next time with another free pick in the NFL.